Yo guys, it's Friday in Paris, Bucharest, Dubai. It's Friday everywhere basically. Today we have in Bucharest Goldcher, David Goldcher, my good friend for the last 17 years. I think we know each other. Crazy.
Yeah, probably.
That's gonna be strange to speak English, right?
Yeah, it's really strange. So we know each other for a long time, and we both French, obviously.
Yeah.
So it's weird, but
it's a good exercise.
Yeah.
Because we have to do it in English. I think most of you guys know Goldcher from his recent hit, but he has a lot of background. We're gonna speak about the background also. That comes and that makes you leads you to make this hit, because that hit is just becoming viral everywhere. All the main DJs are playing it. It's called Dudadu Flip. Mm-hmm. You made it with your girlfriend, wife, Irina Rimes. And you made the electro version, and that's how it went to the DJ sphere, because now it's like Tiesto playing it, Aoki playing it, and Keinemusik. So it's just the beginning. I guess so many local DJs, if you are watching that, maybe you already played that hit. If no, I strongly suggest it. I'm playing it myself. It's just the hit of the summer for me, and I hope it's gonna last long. And I'm pretty sure you're coming up also with new songs right after this, because you already make me listen some really good stuff. So yeah.
Thank you.
I made a good description. So Dudadu is now. Do we have some stats about Dudadu for Beatport or for whatever?
Honestly, I stopped watching stats because it make me like anxious, and I don't want to watch it anymore.
Yesterday, my friend in Malta, I have a good friend in Malta, Max, is a DJ too. He checked your profile somewhere, maybe on Spotify or something. He told me like 70k something visit on your profile like recently or something.
Maybe
something crazy, like everybody goes to see your profile. Who is this Goldcher? Who is this?
Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't watch anymore the stats, so I don't know. But if you say so, I believe you.
But you were top 20 in Beatport with that song recently.
Yeah,
which is insane, because Beatport is where we buy the songs. So it's for the people who don't know the DJ sphere. Beatport is the number one site where you buy the song for like $1 or $2 usually, and all the DJs buy the songs because then they can play it officially. Yeah, you were top 20, so it means that DJ get inspired when they look at the Beatport top. They would take, okay, I need more songs for my playlist, I need more songs for my set, what can I take? And they see your song, which is really different from what there is in Afro music usually, and in progressive, because of your girlfriend, of course, because of Irina, because her voice is unique, and that makes, I guess, the song so unique, because like as Tiesto mentioned, he said there is something magical in this song.
Yeah, I think is the blending between this Afro House vibe and the Romanian folkloric music. Because I think we were the first one to do this blend, and that's why it's magical. Also, like the whole process of this song was kind of magical.
How did you do this song?
So we did a camp with Irina, because she have a project called Origini. Yeah. And this is a project. This is a folkloric Romanian project mixed with electronic dance music.
Let's define Irina for those who don't know Irina Rimes. She's one of the most famous singers in Romania for many years now. She's the jury of La Voce Rumena, which is the version, the Voice. You know this show, The Voice, with the big red chairs where the jury choose the next talent of the country. She's one of the 4 jury members for the last 5 seasons, if I don't mistake, something like that.
5, yeah, I think so.
So she's recognized as a superstar in Romania, as an artist, but also as someone who selections the next artist, the artist of tomorrow. And she's David's girlfriend. So they made this project, and I let you continue about that.
Yeah, so this was the Irina's dream to make this project, and she study a lot about folkloric music, because folkloric music in Romania is something really serious. It's not like something that you can take and just make something And we went to the mountain close to a city called Brașov. And we stay a week there with all the band, like all the musicians. They install like the whole live sets downstairs, and on the rooms we had studios.
Yeah.
And we spent the week there. It was like a magical moment for me. It was the most interesting musical thing I did. And we didn't have any direction. We just wanted to make music that we love and music that Irina's love, and try to experiment some direction and stuff. And so we made this project where Dudadu come from. And Dudadu, the original one, is Andrei Comaroni who produced it.
The guitarist of Irina.
One of the guitarists of Irina. And I worked a bit with him, but he did like most of the song. And I think he was kind of at the end of the camp. And immediately when I heard the song, I said, "Wow, this is a smash! I'm sure this is a smash." And
you were right.
You
were so right.
But I really thought it would be like a Romanian hit, like going on the radio. I never thought about taking like internationally, like it's something, because again it's in Romanian language.
Yeah.
And
that's the crazy part.
That's the crazy part, and so when I heard Dudadu, I say I need to flip this version in my style, which is Afro House, and that's the beauty with this genre of music, and that's why I love making Afro House. It's because honestly nowadays I think it's the only musical genre that can mix culture. Like, I don't know why, this is the vibe of the music. It's really like a positive vibe. And you can mix genre. There is like big hits in Spanish, Portuguese. Every language can work in Afro House because of the vibe. And so yeah, that's how I made the Dudadu Flip on the first place.
Dudadu was already known in Romania. So after you guys built that song, how big become Dudadu before you took it in your hand? Because before you took it in your hand, it was just a more pop hit, more like
it was not even pop. It was
traditional.
It was still electro, because the whole project is electro. Origin project is electro, but it was more like tribal
kind of
Romanian,
Ielele a bit.
Yeah,
which is another hit of Irina. Try to listen to Ielele. We're gonna put the link in description below, because Ielele for me is the biggest hit of
I think
Irina.
Now it's an evergreen in Romania, this song.
Evergreen, so it means like people continue to listen it
no
matter what.
Be like forever here.
I guess. Dudadu didn't become that big as big as Ielele, I think, before you took it.
Yes and no. It became on the socials, like on Reels and TikTok and like this, but not really much on the radio, because it was the structure of the song. Now it's a bit technique, but the structure of the song is a bit not commercial. The line, like Dudadu line, is commercial, but the structure of the song, the original song, is not that commercial.
Okay. So you made it more commercial, more like.
Yes and no, because it's a Afro House track, which means it's not like a radio friendly genre of music. It's more for DJ to play. But the way I did it, I guess, was more kind of radio friendly. But because also the genre is now really popular in the world, and now we started to enter on radio in Romania.
It just started.
Yeah, like they switched the version, the original version, when they had the Dudadu Flip. They switched the version to put the Dudadu Flip, because it's more radio friendly. Yeah.
So right now your version is going.
Yeah.
Wow. And right now many things are going, because the DJs start playing it. Keinemusik was the first to play it. I mean, which is one of the three DJ of Keinemusik. For those who know, like there is Rampa, Adam Port, and me.
Yeah.
And so me came to Bucharest. What's the story? He came to Bucharest to mix.
The story is a bit crazy. So So before I made Dudadu, I built my profile on SoundCloud because SoundCloud now is a big thing in the DJ world.
Yeah.
But it's more about remix and edit
Yeah.
of a famous song. And I had a song that and me choose like to play. I never saw any story of him playing, but he took the song. And
From you.
From me, yeah. There was a remix of Borderline from Tam Impala.
Nice.
And when I made Dudadu Flip, I always had in mind that this song was for Keinemusik. And it was kind of my goal of my project, you know, to reach them. Like when I started my Afro House project, I said, okay, my goal is to have a song played by them.
Wow.
And we were, the story is crazy. We were about to go in France for the weekend. And like usual, there was a strike in France. So our plane got...
Strike in France is pléonasme.
Yeah, exactly.
Je sais pas comment dire en anglais. I don't know in English.
And they started to cancel a flight. Then they say, okay, no, your flight is still going, but you're not landing in Paris, you're landing in Brussels. I don't know why I say with the Romanian accent Brussels.
Because we are in Romania.
Yeah.
Bucharest.
And so we were super tired with the roads and especially Irina because she's all the time on road with the shows and everything.
Yeah.
And she said, can we not go because I'm tired of making the road, and we had to go to Brussels, from Brussels to take a bus to Paris to take the car. It was hell. And we say, okay, no, so we're not going. Fuck it. And the same day that we decided this, someone random told me like, you know that Enemy is playing at Bucharest this Sunday? And I say, no way. This is crazy. Like it was 2 days before he was supposed to play. And I say, wow, this is like I don't believe in destiny or some stuff like this. But I say if in this life there was a sign, that was a sign to stay in Bucharest to see this show, you know? And I say, but if he's coming to Bucharest, for sure he needs some Romanian Afro House song to play because surely he don't have, you know? And I spoke with Irina and I say, let's
try to reach him.
Try to reach him with your community because she have a big community in Romania.
Yeah, she has like 800k on Instagram, a million on YouTube.
Yeah. And we ask everybody to post a story and to say, please and me play Dudadu Flip at Gaia because that was the name of the party. Yeah. And
is it like next to Nuba and stuff?
Yeah.
Next to that lake.
But they had to move the party because it was supposed to be like 5,000 people or something like this. And there are more than 10. So they had to move the place because they were selling too much tickets. Like
and
non-stop,
they were continuing to sell.
And they say, okay, stop, we need to stop and we need to move the party because the place we have is too small.
Okay. Where they end up?
I don't know. It's in a castle somewhere in Bucharest.
So you went there?
So yeah.
First of all,
everybody like made a story like, please play the song, blah blah blah.
Everybody tag him on Instagram.
Him. Irina sent a message to him. I sent a message to him.
So that's Enemy, by himself. No kind of music.
No. It was Enemy himself.
Enemy, for those who don't know, is the guy who is always the comment on dit? Fleur.
The tissue.
Let's put a picture. Someone. The editor, can you put a picture of Enemy with the thing? Is recognizable.
And so he didn't saw my message, he didn't saw Irina's message, but we had backstage tickets to go to the show. And we say, hi, let's go, because it's Enemy, we have to see him.
Okay.
And we went there, we were like
with your USB key?
Yeah, I wanted to, and I say, no, it's too much, I will not do this. And we were literally like this because it was full of people. And we didn't believe that he gonna play because we said like, for sure he didn't saw
he didn't answer, didn't see.
He didn't, yeah. And he played the first song. The first song was Move, the big hit.
Yeah, of Keinemusik.
And the second one was Dudadu Flip.
No way.
And when he started playing the track, I was like blocked. And I say, I think I recognize the drums that I did. And I say, no, it's for sure there is another song with these drums. Then the piano is coming, and I say, no, for sure there is another song with the same chord progression. And then I heard do, and my mind was like, what the fuck is happening?
That's so crazy. And, that's the accomplishment of life. I mean, you have like a group, a DJ like known as Me that play your song on the second. It's the second track of the set in your hometown, because Bucharest is your hometown for last 4 years, I guess, 5 years.
3 years, yeah.
3 years. You just feel amazing at that moment.
Yeah, I felt amazing, but Irina was even more. Like, she was crazy.
Yeah,
like, we have videos on internet that you guys can find. She's like crazy.
Because she's such an artist. She loves all kind of style. She loves hard rock. She loves electro. She loves what she does. So she's like so happy, I guess, to be in all the spheres, right?
Yeah, and for her it's a different feeling because it's her voice, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, it's my track, I made the production and stuff.
But it's her voice.
But for a singer to have your voice...
It's a huge validation in another style, because electro is another genre. So, and because she's a true artist, I believe she valued that as super important, and as she should. And I understand totally what you think at that moment and what you think.
And like even like talking to this,
yeah,
you have goosebumps.
Yeah, me too. Every time I know your story because of course we are very close. But I every time I talk to other DJs or other friend of me about your story, I always have this goosebump too, because I feel I'm living it through you. Because that's just the beginning. What happened then? Because that's a month before, 2 months ago, 3 months ago.
I'm lost.
I think it's 2-3 months ago.
Yeah, 2-3 months,
but
something like this.
Then it's even crazier.
Yeah, so that was the first step, and when this happening and it's done, you say, okay, so what's next? You know, because
you think like you did your thing, now it's go viral a bit,
and I say, okay, he played it at Bucharest because he was in Romania, and you
can use it, you can get value from that, but it's not like gonna change your life.
Yeah,
of course.
No. It was a big accomplishment for me.
Yeah.
But I say, okay, so that's cool, but let's see what's happening. And the week after, Keinemusik, so the old band, was playing at a big festival in Barcelona called Sonar Festival.
Okay.
I said it again with the Romanian accent.
Da.
And we receive a story from people who say like, look, Dudadu is playing at and like this was another level of blowing our mind, because that was my goal. Like I say, okay, now and me played it, but now I want Keinemusik to play it outside of Romania, because that's another validation. And that's what happened in Barcelona. And then I think for a week with Irina, we cannot sleep. Like we were watching our phone all the time to see if they will play it again. We were crazy. And he played again in Lisboa alone. And then you say, okay, so what we gonna do with this? Because it's big, and you have to understand something is that it's not the biggest DJ in the world, but they are the most influenced right now in the electronic music scene.
I feel like
everybody's watching them.
Yeah, and on Instagram decide the trend a lot, for the mainstream. In my opinion, how many people put that song "Move" or any other from Keinemusik in their story? It's insane. How many hot looking girls post themselves at the concert of Keinemusik or at a set? They really, really value Keinemusik as the DJs right now, right? Afro House as a movement, Keinemusik as the leader of that movement.
Because they're not just DJs or artists. They not created this movement because there were a lot of people like Black Coffee, Mo Black, but they spread the genre. They made it kind of mainstream, but not that mainstream because it's not on radio and stuff.
No.
But they made it cool. They made it cool for people like cool kids,
Yes.
And that's a big thing. Like they created kind of a movement which is bigger than just being an artist,
Exactly.
and that's why everybody's watching them, like all the biggest artists. And people don't know really, but those guys, Keinemusik, they are in the music industry since 20 years, I think.
Usually that's what people don't realize.
Yeah, success is not coming from nowhere.
And David himself, so Goldcher, is in the music industry since 15 years, right?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
13, 14.
Yeah, kind of.
So it's not like your success is coming out of nowhere. Again, people would think, oh, because he was lucky enough that they play. But that's what people will remind. Or they would say, Keinemusik, they have this hit now, but they come from nowhere. No, they are 20 years in the industry.
20 years. And the Keinemusik, they were 10 or 12 on the band.
Before, I didn't even know. And you see, I discovered Keinemusik very late. But I know, I would not judge because I know they would come from somewhere, and they would come from hard work. Usually, people who make it in this life, especially in the music industry or in the cinema,
I think success,
any kind of success,
it's the same what they knew. Like you didn't become the biggest poker player in a day. Like you worked a lot, failed a lot, and that's how they and same for you. Yeah.
So now we have like one of the, and that's very important for our audience, for my audience now. One of the rule of the success is to remember that almost no one come from just having luck.
Yeah, there is some people having this, but you not create a career with this.
They don't last.
No, they don't last because it's like an iceberg. You have the top of the iceberg is what people see, like your success, but from this success there is like a lot of failure,
hard work, struggle, no sleep,
hustles, a lot of issues, like every kind of problem. But this is not just in music. I think
20 years in the industry, Keinemusik, they start even more maybe.
Even maybe more.
Now they are 3. They are like so famous all around the world. They play your song. But what happened after Keinemusik? Who else did that? Because like there is someone else that came to knock at the door.
So after they played it, we say, okay, we have to release it like as soon as possible, because people were changing the song.
It's not released.
Yeah, it's not released. So people were shazamming the song, and the song was not existing. So so this kind of hype is not converting to streams and to what's the business music is about. So we had to move super fast to release the track. And because the hype was really big for DJs, I decided that we should release the version on Beatport a week before the official release on Spotify, like on the DSP we call it, like Deezer, Apple Music, Spotify, and stuff like this. And so we released the song on Beatport, and in 24 hours we were top 30, top something like this. We were on the top charts in Beatport, and we went with Irina in Rome, in Italia, to have like 2 days off, to not, because it was crazy. Like those weeks was crazy for us, and we need to break a bit.
Rest,
And after the first day, we receive a message. Irina received a message on her profile from Steve Aoki. And Steve Aoki said, I really love you, Dudadu. I would like to make a remix. And so that was a big thing. And so he did this remix. And then Tomorrowland came. And Keinemusik play again Dudadu on Tomorrowland main stage. That was again
huge like 100K
thing.
People.
Like for me, I know for people it can be like okay, this is another festival, but Tomorrowland is like the biggest and the most prestigious festival in the world for the electronic music scene.
Exactly.
So they played it, and then from nowhere I saw a story from Tiesto. Someone sent me a story of Tiesto, and he puts Dudadu Flip on his story. And I said, whoa, why? And then he posted another story to say that he had the song on his playlist, and he was first on his playlist in Spotify.
That's crazy. He had your song in his own playlist.
That's crazy.
Yeah. My man Tiesto.
Yeah, and I say, whoa, wow, okay, and I live it like this, you know. I say, because like everything was happening at the same time, and I was like it's like somebody who's knocking you like from every direction, you know. And after a wife did a reels, like a montage,
An edit.
yeah, an edit of their vacation in July,
Okay.
and she put it Dudadu Flip again.
The wife of Tiesto.
The wife
on Instagram.
Yeah, Tiesto's wife.
Yeah.
And I say, well, that's another thing, okay.
That's a sign that he really likes the song.
Yeah, that's a sign that they really like the song.
Yeah, they both really like the song.
And on the morning I woke up and I had a follow from Tiesto. I said, whoa,
Tiesto
wow.
is following you on Instagram. You check if it's a fake account. And
Yeah,
no,
I
it's
checked.
the real.
I thought it was my cousin from Paris who making a prank to me, but no.
No, it's
No,
Tiesto.
it's real Tiesto.
With his millions of followers.
And I received a message from him. Like he wrote me.
A little DM.
Because I didn't want it to wrote something, because okay, follow me, but I don't want to come and say, hey, thank you for following me on Instagram. So he sent me a DM, and he said like Dudadu Flip is a banger. I really love it. And then he said like I'm going to make a remix for Tomorrowland. And I said, whoa, that's big. And so then the next week of Tomorrowland came, and Steve Aoki played on Saturday the Dudadu, his version, and on Sunday Tiesto played his version also.
On the same Tomorrowland, Keinemusik, Aoki and Tiesto played all three your song on the main stage. That's how crazy it is.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I put my best shirt to ask you about. We took a 5 minutes break for the camera to be ready again. I want to ask you, how did you start your journey? Because 15 years ago you start making music, and just now the real fruits are starting to be I don't know how to say in English, but you start to get the real fruit of your work.
Yeah.
How did you start?
I started with the radio, actually. That's how we met.
I was a speaker in radio back in the days before poker, and he was.
Yeah, I was doing too also, like speak, but I was much younger than you.
Yeah.
I was, I think, 14 and you were 17, 18.
Yeah, I was on my 18, and you were in the internship kind of in the radio, right? No, some kind of internship.
Yeah, I had an internship in Energy, which is the radio in France.
Yeah.
And that's how I started in the show business that we call.
Yeah.
So yeah, I started with the radio. I worked, I think, 2 years or 3 years in this radio environment.
Because you wanted to be a speaker. Yeah.
I wanted to be a speaker, but
talk show.
Yeah, but now that I'm think about it, I think I always wanted to make music. It's just that I didn't know how to enter in the industry, and at this time of my life, that was the easiest way to get closer to the music, was to working on radio.
Especially back in the days, the radio were almost one of the only door for artists to be famous. It was before YouTube. It was before everything, before Deezer, Spotify. So to be famous in the music industry, you needed to have your music, your song, your track on the radio in France.
Yeah. But at this time, I didn't even thought about it.
Okay.
Like for me, I was enjoying doing speaks on radio and just talking on radio because I love this media. But working on that media, I realized that...
It was already the same microphones.
Yeah, it was the same microphone, SM7, yeah.
20 years after, same microphones.
Yeah. And I think after 3 years, I realized that, so I'm not doing I'm not doing radio for radio, I'm doing radio for music. And at some point, I decided to quit and to focus on music. But I came really from the beginning because I'm not a musician, like a proper musician. I didn't start music. I took some singing lesson when I was a kid for a couple years, but I never worked on any instrument. So I really started from zero at 17 or something, 18, which was late to start doing this stuff. And I worked, but I was a bit lazy about it. I didn't understood at this time that I needed to put work on it, like really work. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna do a bit of music, party with my friends, and I stay like this for 4 years, like kind of a lazy guy trying to achieve something that don't understand. And after those 4 years, so I did a lot of trap music for rappers, and at some point I decided that I wanted to have my project, and I was with another guy, and we had a band called We Are Gold, and we signed at Sony Music in France, and we had a pretty big song at this time.
It was quite famous.
It was quite famous.
We Are Gold in France. Yeah, it was a thing. Yeah?
It was something.
And it was already your name inside. We Are Gold, Goldcher.
Yeah. And so we did this.
You and your friend, one guy, right?
Yeah, me and my friend. But still, I was still on this thing that I was. I think I did this with him because I didn't have the courage to
do it yourself.
To do it myself, and because he was really good also at music. And
I know many entrepreneurs that do the same. They go with an associate because they fear to do themselves.
I was fear, and also I was lazy again.
Lazy.
Like I was. I didn't took the music seriously.
Yeah.
Because someone told me someday that for the music to give it to you, if you give 100% of your time to the music gonna give you 5% back. So it means that if you give 50% of your time doing music, you're not gonna have nothing. Like there is a lot of young artists or young producer that think that because they are talented, they will be famous or whatever. It's not working like this.
You need to give to the music for the music to give you.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not just about talent, because there is a lot of I know a lot of talented people, way more talented than me, and they don't have success because they think talent is enough. But talent is a tiny bit of a success. It's like 20% of it, talent. The rest is hard work. Is knowing the business, how the music industry is working. But I think it's pretty much the same in every kind of business, even you. Like talent is something, but you worked a lot. You learn a lot more than just playing the cards.
You remember in your place when I was playing?
Yeah, that was that's what I wanted to say. Like you also not came from nowhere. I remember I was 16 and you were sleeping on my shitty apartment in Paris.
No, at that time you were 22.
No.
Yeah, that was when I was living in Sardinia and I was coming back to your place.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, you know the period where you were.
No, I think I was 18.
No, before 18, we didn't know each other. You came to the radio one time in the Goom Radio, where I was working. We spoke like this, but then Damien, our common friend, introduced really us, I think, when you were around your 20s.
So this guy, this guy that you see now with the cool shirt and cool hat, at some point he was eating pizza on my bed. I was going to work on the supermarket because I was working on the supermarket super early, like at 6 a.m. And you woke up at 11.
You were working in supermarket at
yes,
that time?
at this time, yeah.
Okay.
And when I came back, I always gonna have this image of you in underwear in the bed, working in your shitty laptop. I
was playing poker, right?
Playing poker, yeah. And you were putting the pizza box under the bed. That was my souvenir that I have from you. So this guy started also with like shitty condition, you know.
Shitty condition.
So it's not getting
studio
like
in Paris, 12 meters square,
yeah.
14 meters.
So I had this band called We Are God. We are gold, not God.
You're also good.
And we had like a pretty success, but I was also in a co-production with another company, and it wasn't like I wasn't in a good mindset. Like my life was complicated at this time, and I was in a relationship also for 8 years with someone.
I remember.
And when we started to have success, COVID came. And everything was shut down. Like we were supposed to have gigs, radio stuff. Everything was shut down. Like I wanted to have this time for so long, and COVID stopped everything.
Damn, unlucky as fuck.
And I met Irina at this time during COVID. We had a session
In Paris.
In Paris, and we met in the studio once, and nothing happened. It was just like a normal session with somebody.
At that time, Irina wanted to sing in French.
Yeah. She always wanted to sing in French, and she started to have a session there.
And she was already speaking French, I would say.
It was the beginning. Yeah. It wasn't. She wasn't that good.
But she came to Paris for that, right?
She came to Paris for that.
And you were working in that studio?
No. We had the same manager. He wasn't really my manager, but we had a connection with someone who linked up us.
So you were producing your music, she was producing her music. You both end up in the same studio.
Yeah.
That's where you met.
Yeah, that's where we met the first time. And then she came back, I think 3 months or 4 months later. And something happened between us. Like, something happened. And it changed completely everything in my life. Like I came back home on this apartment when I was with my ex-girlfriend, and I realized that I wasn't happy. I wasn't happy in my music. I wasn't happy in my relationship. I wasn't happy in my life. And Irina came at this moment, and she was already big in Romania. She was already a star, and I was nothing. Like I was driving a 206 Peugeot, like a really shitty car. I was so ashamed the first time that she told me, "Can you pick me up at the hotel?" And I said, "Oh, fuck." And I came in Romania to shoot a clip for this band that I had, We Are Gold. And I think I stayed a week with her. And then I came back to France, and I realized that, okay, there is something with this girl, and I don't know how to manage. It was a big thing because she was living in Romania, I was living in France, I was in a relationship, she was in a relationship. And at some point I took the decision to stop the relationship with my ex-girlfriend. It was a really hard time for me. And I came back to Romania. And I kind of never came back. I came back, of course, because my family living in France, but my mind was with her in Romania. And we started this relation. And then I think for a year, it was really hard for me, like, because the culture is so different. It was a big changement for me because I quit my company in France. I quit my band. I quit my contract with Sony. I quit my ex-girlfriend, my apartment, everything. And it was quite hard because I didn't choose to be in Romania. I chose to be with her, but I didn't choose to change the country and to leave my friends behind and my project. And my project, it was a decision for me. But yeah, so I had really hard time for a year. And being with Irina, I realized also that I didn't work that much. Like I realized watching her evolving in this music industry, I realized that, okay, that's how this is supposed to be, not the way I thought,
Instagram versus reality.
Yeah, exactly. And because I didn't want it to, I wanted to be the cool boyfriend. I don't want it to be the guy who's staying on the house and waiting for a girlfriend to come back, I decided to put a lot of work. Like, I worked so much for 2-3 years, really a lot. Like I didn't party again. Like I really work like so hard, and it was really really difficult because I am a worker. Like I'm when I have a work that I like, even when I was working on supermarket or doing summer jobs, I always like a worker. Like I'm not afraid of work. It's just that I think for so long I thought music was just enjoying, and I didn't realize that music was a work and an industry. And when I realized this, it changed everything. And I worked, no results, hard time. And at some point I wanted to quit the music. Like a year ago, I was about to quit. Like really, I was thinking, what can I do? Because I don't want to stay like this. I'm 30 years old already, no success. But Irina pushed me a lot, like to say, okay, you don't have success, but you didn't even release a song from what you worked so hard from those past years. And I say, yeah, but I don't know if I want to fight for this. It's exhausting. And she pushed me to say, she even told me at some point, if you leave music, I'm going to leave you. And I say, okay, so I need to keep going.
She's good. She was thinking about you, about your success.
And at some point I decided to change my mindset, to say, okay, this is my choice to be like this, to be depressed and to think that the music is hard and I'm not gonna succeed. And at some point I say, you know what, for a couple months I will give everything, like everything, mindset, work, devotion, decisions, and now we're here. So it was a good choice to not stop. And it's funny because everybody know DJ Snake, of course.
He's one of your inspiration, you told me.
He's one of my inspiration, but not especially musically.
In terms of how he succeed, because he came from nowhere.
And it's funny because if you saw interviews of him, he's speaking about how he was working on the music in a studio in Paris and taking his shower at the swimming pool. This studio he's talking about, this is the studio where I worked.
I didn't know that. Yeah, of course, Snake is French, for those who don't know.
And I saw a lot of interviews of him because he was a really great inspiration for me. Talking about the same thing, like he was about to stop the music when he made Turned Up For What. He was tired of the music industry. He was tired of doing music for people and people don't listen to him. And I really took this for, okay, so if this guy did it, I can do it too. There is no reason that I can't do it too. It's like, I'm not at this point. Of course, I have so much work to put to arrive at this point. But I found in him a source of inspiration. And it's stupid because, you know, when people say, believe in your dreams, when you listen to this, when you don't have success, you say, okay, but it's easy to say because now you have success and you say, believe in your dreams. But like, from my experience, from what I lived since 2 months now, it's true. Like if you believe in your dreams, really,
it's
really
true.
hard.
It is true.
And because you believe in your dreams really hard, you're gonna put a lot of efforts to this dream that you have. Things gonna happen. Also, something that I learned recently is that you always think about how success will be and how things gonna turn out. But it's never be like this. It's always something that is so different from what you expected, in the good or in the bad way. And that was the same for me. Like I thought about this success, but I never thought that this will happen with Tiesto, Aoki, Keinemusik. So yeah, believe in your dreams is really cheesy as fuck. I understand, but it's true. If you believe in your dreams, and you put work to this dream, a thing will happen.
This is very true, and I hope this message will inspire a lot of you to follow your dreams, whatever they are. It can be becoming a DJ, it can be becoming a poker player, or anything else, becoming a YouTuber, for example. I also thought that would not be a job, but that is also a job. There is no reason other people can do it and not you. That's what I always thought also, and I think if other people can do it,
yeah, they're all humans. Like we all humans, they're humans too. The only
Exactly.
difference between them and us is the action. Is the only thing.
they take action and they don't fear they fear also, but they accept to fear.
Yeah, fear is a part.
It's part of the process.
Like also this sentence, trust the process, is also like really random, but it's really true. Like you have to trust the process, and the process means failure, doubt, all those panel of emotions and stuff is a part of the process, actually.
Exactly.
And when you say you cannot succeed without failure, it's false and true at the same time, because there is some people who didn't fail that much and had success, but failure is the best lesson that you can have in life in general. If you're smart enough to understand why you failed and how you managed to not fail again, because there is also a lot of people who fail and say, oh, okay, so it's like this, fuck it.
What did you feel like your biggest failure? The moment, the COVID moment, but it's not your fault, kind of.
No, but I think it's not about one thing. It's about a lot
Many
of things.
things, yeah.
Many things that I failed in the...
Where did you consider you were at the bottom? The real bottom, where you felt really depressed and bad?
I think the first year I was in Romania, because I realized...
like you had like Irina shining as fuck in front of everybody, you were like the opposite.
Yeah, and it's hard to understand for the people, but when you want succeed, you want success. It's not about getting famous. It's just people who enjoy your music and yeah. And you with the person who is the opposite of you, it means that everybody loves her, everybody loves her music, and it's hard to find a way between not being jealous, because you don't have to be jealous. It's your partner, and you don't have to be jealous. But there is a part of you who is jealous, but not the bad jealousy, the jealousy that I want this also. Why I don't have this, and this is where I redefine myself, kind of.
It's funny because your relation with Irina make me think about in the other way, one of my relation with one of my ex that you know actually, that was your role in this relation. My role was like the accomplished poker player and everything, and she was like the beginner, and she was following me, and she was like not doing anything for now, and now she became a poker player and everything.
Yeah,
it's very funny because I feel like it's I feel you through her, how she was struggling in our relation at some point, and how it was difficult for me to make her also shine when it should and everything. So I also feel Irina that it was
it was also really hard for
but
her.
she was pushing you.
Yeah, she was,
and I was pushing also
and
my
she
ex.
Believe me, like she was believing in me.
Yeah.
And it's really hard to believe
Me
in
too.
someone
I was
when-
believing in my ex, and it's very, very important. It's like she had a very good intention towards you always, in Irina.
Yeah.
That's really, really
Yeah.
good. That's really, really good.
Yeah, so it was difficult for me, but it was also difficult for her.
Yeah.
Because everybody came to her and say, why you are with this guy? Like, this guy is doing nothing. He don't have success. Nobody know him. And it's hard for someone to have a lot of people coming to you and make you questioning about something you choose for your life. And that's not about people, but people come to you and put this little seeds in your mind, say maybe they're right.
They love to interfere.
Yeah, they love to interfere. And she was really strong.
That's how they get attention also.
Yeah.
Because if they manage to put seed and it works, then they get the attention, and that's
Yeah.
what they want.
And so it was really hard for both of us,
Of course.
in other sense, but it was really hard for both of us. and that's why also I'm really proud of what's happening right now with the Dudadu,
because it's you and her.
and now she becoming international.
Yeah.
And I'm a part of this, and this is insane. This is the best.
Yeah. So especially me that was hanging out with you guys a lot last 3-4 years, where I saw like your hard work and your dedication during that period. I would have not think about a better outcome than you and her having this hit in the electro world.
Yeah,
that's so crazy.
That's crazy.
It could have been so many outcomes, that you do your things on your side, she does her things, and both of you get success. But no, now the success is like a mix between you and her.
Yeah.
And going forward, it could be like that. It could be like that. Another Dudadu kind of song could be released by you.
Yeah.
With her.
But again, this is never something that we thought about, because we try to do some stuff together. We release a song in French. We have a project in French. She have an album in Warner in France.
Yeah.
And I'm producing her album. So we had many directions to have success together, but we never thought about this thing that will be like this and that big.
Usually the success comes from the simplest thing that are in front of our eyes, but we try to make it more complicated, because we think success should come from complication. But no, the more simple you make it, the more traditional, I would say. She's like singing in Romanian.
And it's again, I'm taking this example of DJ Snake. I remember an interview when he said when he made Lean On, he was literally eating pasta in his kitchen when he made the beat of Lean On. And again, when I heard this, I said, come on, you have success, and this is a storytelling. But it's true, because the Dudadu Flip, when I made it 1 hour, the production, maybe. And even Comaroni, André, when he made the song, it came like this, and even for Irina. And sometimes it's true, more it gets natural and simple, more it gonna get success, and more you trying. Yeah, people feel
when it's natural.
Yeah, it's something that came like this.
And
sometimes you can spend months on a song and it never gonna have success, because you overthink the thing and it's not working like this.
Those are good hints for you guys to succeed, because usually we don't have like that much hint from people. They don't go that deep. You went super deep to explain how to make a hit, and it's exactly that. I feel.
And which is hard for me now, and even for Irina, but she gets used to this. It's like, okay, you made this, now what's next? Because how do you create again this magical moment? Because it's like a magical moment. And it's like you're not magician at all. You did a magic trick, and people coming to you and say, "Hi, do the magic trick again." And this is hard, because it's something so natural and so unpredictable that you need to find again this thing. And Irina, yesterday we spoke a lot about creativity and stuff like this, and she said something really smart and really philosophical. She said that I woke up at 6 a.m. I slept at 6 a.m. tonight because I was watching video. I started with folkloric music on YouTube, and I get to folkloric music, Chinese, India, Africa. I went even in countries that I never thought they existing. And I spent my whole night watching videos of folkloric music all over the world. And Irina said that creative people, why they are so chaotic in their life, it's because creativity is something that come from nowhere and hit you. And your brain, as a creative people, have to be ready for those kind of moments. And this is why you are so chaotic, and this is why you can watch videos until 6 a.m. because you never let your brain stop, because you don't want to miss this time when this magical creativity will come to your mind. And this is so true. And this is working for creative people. I don't know about the rest, but this is true. Like, all the creative people have their chaotic side, but because you have to be ready to be eaten by creativity.
And it's true that you are very, very creative. And we will also get your girlfriend to the podcast because she has a lot to say.
Yeah, even more than me for sure.
We will get her in the podcast. And if she already was in the podcast, then we will put the link in the description below to see Irina Rimes' podcast. His girlfriend has a lot to say. What will happen next? So first of all, tomorrow we go to Untold Festival.
Yeah.
For the second time, actually.
Yeah.
Last year was amazing. Biggest festival in Romania and second biggest festival in Europe.
Third festival in the world.
Third in the world?
Yeah.
For electro music, you mean?
No.
Overall. It's like 400, 500k people over the 4 days. It's huge.
It's huge, yeah.
It's huge. And Irina Rimes will be on main stage, your girlfriend.
Yeah.
Again, last year she had a great show on main stage. This year again.
But she's playing Origin, the project where Dudadu come from, the electronic project.
Nice. Yeah. So that's going to be a all new concert, not this concert that she does.
Yeah, all new concert. Yeah.
Wow, I can't wait to see that.
Yeah.
So we're going to see that. You're going to also have you're going to play on the radio?
I'm playing and then she will sing with Steve Aoki on the main stage.
That's going to be huge.
Dudadu, yeah.
The same
huge.
night tomorrow there is Steve Aoki that will perform in Romania.
Mm-hmm.
She will sing her song directly on the main stage.
Yeah.
I hope he can cake me.
Yeah, no. Personally, I would like to cake people. This is my dream. Like to ask him, please, can you let me just cake one?
Ask him that, and I can be your target. I can be caked. For me, it's okay. I want to come up with paper. I was thinking about that, coming with like a big thing saying "Cake me on Dudadu."
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Cake me on Dudadu.
Yeah.
Steve.
Yeah, that could be fun.
Yeah, that could be fun. Good reel for my Instagram. No, but yeah, Untold. And what is next for you? Because you start mixing. I see you in Moldova in a huge place where you were the headliner in one of the club in Chisinau.
Yeah.
So now clubs also want you, right? So
yeah,
it's just the beginning of.
Yeah, it's just the beginning. Like every day we have demand from everywhere. I'm going to Lisbon next week to play there.
Damn.
I'm gonna have gig in Dubai. We're talking about tour in India. I'm going to have another tour in America. Yeah, we have demand from everywhere.
And you did gig already even before Dudadu in Miami.
Yeah, in Miami and LA. Yeah. But yeah, now it's getting more serious. So yeah, that's the.
Do you like playing in clubs?
That's my favorite part.
Damn.
Yeah, because
I love being in clubs.
When you are a producer like me, 90% of the time you're just making music in your studio, and the only feedback you have is Irina, other friends. I send the track and they say, "Oh yeah, it's cool. Oh, it's shit," you know. But when you playing your music in front of people and see the reaction, like the real reaction of people that even don't know that it's your track, it's another feeling. I love live. This is my favorite thing, I think.
I definitely see you. I saw you live performing at Beach Please, the big festival of Romania, also a few weeks ago, and I really love how you perform live. I'm just like your style of music is like it's very rare for this country. Like I mean, not many people play what you play. Here in Romania for sure.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, you create some. People want you. Like I see on the video when I see the video that I would have loved to be in that Moldova stage that you
yeah, that was
recently.
Really special.
Because I saw the people were like really vibing with you. Huh? They were the crowd is loving you. I can't wait actually to see you performing on that huge main stage of like Untold, Tomorrowland one day, and any other. Are you ready for that? You feel ready for?
I'm ready since I'm born.
Yes,
I'm born ready. Yeah, no, I can't wait. Like this is my life. So yeah, this is something. But now that I'm doing more live and stuff, I realize that otherwise than just performing live because I like it, I really want to arrive at some point to give an experience to people.
Yeah.
Like to people who come to see me and not just see me playing like other DJ. I'm not pretending I'm better than others. It's just that I want to give to the people a special feeling, like an experience. I want them to come to my show, and when they, like, you're gonna see a movie, you know?
Yeah.
You during the movie, when you are in the theater, you another space of time and you another dimension. I want this. I want people listen to my music and travel to the music, feel that they in another place, you know? So it's gonna take time. I have a lot of work to do until Tomorrowland main stage, but for sure I will do. And this is something also to learn. Like, don't ever say, yeah, maybe I'm gonna do. No, say that, yeah, I'm gonna do it, because that's the mindset to have.
Visualize it also. Imagine yourself doing it.
Imagine yourself playing there.
It's not being selfish or having a big self-esteem. It's just making it happen.
Yeah. But you need
to have self-esteem,
and you need to have a part of you that think that you are the best. That's even if you know deeply that you're not the best, because there is always someone who is better than you, but you have to have the mindset that you think you are the best, and you're sure that you're gonna succeed on what you desire. That's a really important thing. Like visualization
exactly
is super important.
It's key.
It's the key.
You will continue production. You have like other things coming soon. I don't know if you can talk about Mo Black. You can?
Not really, because it's not.
That's it. I can say that.
Yeah, you just put it. It's not signed in anything, so I will not say anything. But no, things are coming. Like big things are coming. I'm really glad to. I can wait. I will work even harder than before. And yeah, also the next is I feel it will be more about decision getting harder and harder. That's how I feel success is, like, because when you worked a lot, it's not that you deserve it, because I don't believe that anybody deserve anything. I just believe in work, and I think more you get successful in anything, more the decision you're gonna have to take are important and can be stressful and whatever. But I never took anything for guaranteed. I know that success in any business or anything in life is not just growing. It's like this. It's a wave, and you have to surf the wave, even if you are on the bottom of it. And yeah, that's gonna be the next, like more music, more collaboration, more live, and yeah, I'm gonna keep going now that, like, I imagine the thing, like there is these big doors were closing. There is a lot of people trying to enter to this through this door, and now the doors open like this for me, and I'm trying to get in and to push the doors and to have the big door open. That's how I imagine the.
You are on your way, and I can see the door wide open right now, honestly.
I hope so. I really hope so. Like, it's funny because for my perspective, I always fear every morning when I wake up that everything can stop in a second. But my entourage just tell me that this is the beginning and big things gonna come. I believe it, but I don't want to believe it at the same time, because I think when you believe it too much also, you don't putting the necessary effort that you have to. So I'm gonna try to keep up this mindset that everything can stop, and I need to work hard. And I want to see the future, but I don't want to see it at the same time. I just want to like I said, I believe in work, and that's it. I'm gonna work, and things gonna happen.
We're gonna look carefully at your future. Me, my community, all the people on this podcast. I want all of you to go on Instagram right now, Goldcher Music, to follow him. Give him a lot of strength. Give him strength. He is followed by Tiesto, guys. He's followed by Tiesto. It can be followed by you now. Give him all the strength he needs to perform. Is for me one of the DJ of tomorrow, like the people that you're gonna hear about worldwide a lot in the next years, because I know he's never gonna stop. I know music is his life, and I know how much he loves performing in general. Him and Irina will never stop. We're gonna have Irina, like I say, in podcast next time. Today she was at La Voce Rumena, The Voice Romania, so we cannot have her, but next time for sure. I can't wait to be in Untold tomorrow. We're gonna have fun.
I have a message for DJ Snake. If you see this video, we never know. 2 weeks ago, I started something in DM. I started to send a message every day until he answered me. I realized that every day was too much for me and for him, because he gonna say that I'm a strange guy. So I send him a message once per week to say, hey, how are you doing? This is the week message. So William, because this is your name, if you see this interview, please answer me. Like, you don't have to follow, but just like a thumb or something. That could be cool.
Never give up. We're gonna manage to put you in contact with Snake, I'm sure, and it will come maybe even from Tiesto or Aoki or someone. But I like the fact that you keep trying. You don't care now about the opinion, and that's so important. That will make you succeed so hard, and I'm really sure about your future success. Bravo, David. I'm very proud to be your friend. And
me too. Thank you for the podcast and everything, because it's really like we are radio guys.
Yes.
And I love this exercise.
It's amazing, huh?
So yeah, I love it.
We're gonna do one more soon, after this summer,
in Dubai.
In the studio in Dubai, where we're gonna do it in French on my other channel. Like that, for the French community, I would want definitely some of the news. What else? Can't wait to be there. Thank you for showing me some things on the controllers on Pioneer, because I just started, and you are one of with Moziman, one of my first coach.
Yeah.
So step by step. And thank you for coming also mixing on my yacht.
Yeah.
It was great. People still speak about that private party.
I can't wait.
You can't wait to do again, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. They are so hyped up in Dubai. They want you to go on the yacht. He started mixing on the yacht. It was not even planned. It's just he came for my birthday, and when you took the controllers, all the crowd, everybody changed. Like, there was another DJ, and then he took the controller, and then everybody started dancing from out of nowhere. Like, it was the craziest vibe. It was amazing. We were only 25 people. It was just my private birthday. And
I think I mixed like 5 hours or something. I
loved it.
Didn't want it to stop.
You didn't want it to stop.
No.
The sun was going down. The view was amazing. Your songs were striving. Like, the vibe was amazing.
I think it was the first time I played Dudadu. Yeah.
Wow. An honor. Now it's me playing Dudadu. So, thumbs up to this episode. Subscribe to the podcast. We're going to have more and more successful people in different industry, not only DJs, but also YouTubers, famous entrepreneurs, multimillionaires, people that made it in poker, also professional poker players. We're going to have other news from David Goldcher soon. See you, buddy.
Thank
GG.
you. Bye.
Good game.
Ciao.